Johnny Gargano could be out of Sunday's TakeOver. I'm Matt Carlins, and this is Just Pro Wrestling News for Wednesday, February 10th, 2021. This update is brought to you by the Wrestling Mayhem Show. Check out the new episode with special guest, The Rev, Ron Hunt, wherever you get your podcasts. Results from last night's Impact and AEW Dark are straight ahead in this update, but first,
WWE.
Johnny Gargano is out of Sunday's NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day show. That's if you believe Austin Theory.
Johnny's out of TakeOver. That's right, NXT TakeOver Vengeance Day Johnny will not be there. And it's all because of you, Kushida.
That clip is from a video posted to Theory's social media. He vowed to make Kushida pay on tonight's NXT. Kushida was set for a North American title match against Gargano on Sunday. Also tonight we'll see 3 matches from the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Tournament. We're getting both men's semifinals, MSK versus Legado del Fantasmo, and the Grizzled Young Veterans versus Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher. On the women's side, Ember and Shotzi Blackheart take on Candice, LeRae, and Indi Hartwell. The winner gets Dakota and Raquel Gonzalez in the finals. Plus, the return of Cameron Grimes.
AEW.
The Forbidden Door is open for a huge main event on tonight's Dynamite. Kenta teaming up with Kenny Omega against Jon Moxley and Lance Archer in an Anything Goes Falls Count Anywhere match. Darby Allin will defend his TNT Championship against Joey Janela. The first match in the Women's World Title Eliminator Tournament goes down tonight. It's Thunder Rosa versus legit Layla Hirsch. Plus, Pac versus Ryan Nemeth, who is coming off, I guess you'd call it, an upset win over Marco Stunt on last night's Dark. Nemeth got the pin after Stunt was distracted by FTR's music suddenly being played during the match. You may recall Stunt was shown being abducted by FTR on last week's Dynamite. Excalibur explained on commentary during Dark that Stunt told him FTR just let him go, as they were just trying to send a message.
Impact Wrestling.
The tag title match at the Impact Plus exclusive No Surrender show on Saturday night is now a 3-way. AEW's Private Party caused a disqualification in last night's main event, possibly costing James Storm and Chris Sabin the Impact tag titles. As a result, the Good Brothers will now defend the belts against Private Party and Storm and Sabin. ODB's first match since returning to Impact was a loss to Kimber Lee, thanks to interference from Knockouts champ Deonna Purrazzo and Susan. At No Surrender, ODB will team with Jordan Grace and Jazz against Purrazzo, Kimber Lee, and Susan. Cousin Jake showed his true colors. He rejected Eric Young's offer to join Violent by Design and went back to using his former name, Jake Something. He'll face Diener at No Surrender. Also added to No Surrender, Tasha Steelz and Kiera Hogan defending the Knockouts tag titles against Havoc and Nevaeh in a no disqualification Texas Tornado match. The third member of Decay was revealed. It's Black Taurus. He'll team with Rosemary and Crazy Steve against Tenille Dashwood, Larry D, and AC Romero at No Surrender. In his weekly paid ad, AEW's Tony Khan said he is the Forbidden Door who had to open himself up to new experiences with Impact and New Japan. He also said he'll be back in Nashville, quote, sooner rather than later, end quote.
Ring of Honor.
A pair of big announcements from Ring of Honor as it locks up the short and long-term future of its world champion. Roosh will defend the title against Shane Taylor on the ROH TV episode airing the weekend of February 27th. The ROH tag titles will also be defended on that episode. ROH also announced Tuesday the re-signing of Roosh and TV champ Dragon Lee. Also, their father, Bestia Del Ring, is now signed with the company.
New Japan Pro Wrestling.
New Japan is running big shows on back-to-back days. The first New Beginning show is happening this morning. Tomorrow has the big main event of the tour, IWGP Double Champion Kota Ibushi defending against Sonata. Japanese women's promotion Stardom has announced a hair versus hair match. That'll be the stipulation for the upcoming showdown between Wonder of Stardom champ Julia and Tam Nakano. It'll happen at Stardom's 10th anniversary show on March 3rd. Tonight's MLW Fusion has a winner-takes-all title match between MLW middleweight champ Lio Rush and AAA cruiserweight champ Laredo Kid. Finally, a congratulations going out to WWE's Eric and his wife Sarah Rowe on the birth of their first child. That's just pro wrestling news for Wednesday, February 10th. Our next update comes your way tomorrow morning. Please rate, review, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our updates. I'm Matt Carlins. Thank you for listening.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.